Hey everybody, 10 o'clock on Thursday night. Welcome to our What's Next on Facebook. Angela, great to be with you tonight.
Great to be with you. I saw you in the parking lot and I said, uh-oh, someone drew the short straw tonight.
Today's actually supposed to be my day off, but
oh, that's an even shorter straw.
But here I am.
Well, maybe you can get a weekend morning off when you really want it in exchange. Rosetti, are you listening? That's what we're going to do here.
Oh, it's coming. Saturday's homecoming at Purdue, so nice. I think I may just spend the day.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll get to what the weather's going to be like this weekend coming up in just a minute. But wanted to get to our big story today, one of our big stories. The CDC issuing its strongest recommendation yet, urging anybody who's pregnant to get a COVID-19 vaccine. And this is going to be our big story tonight at 11. This is something Indiana's top health officials discussed yesterday. And we know a lot of you have questions about this. We know because you've been emailing us.
Sure.
You've been tweeting at us and sending us Facebook messages. So our Lauren Kostick got some answers today. Check it out.
ICUs are filling up with unvaccinated patients, and many of them are pregnant.
These people are young and healthy. They're not 80 years old. They're not people who've lived these long lives and with complex medical conditions. They're just pregnant.
Dr. Stacey Schmiedek sees it every day. She's a maternal fetal medicine physician at Ascension St. Vincent. And being a new mom, she gets it.
As a pregnant patient myself in 2020, and I'm still breastfeeding my 1-year-old, I can get how people are like, well, really, should I be doing this if it's so fast and it feels so new?
She says absolutely. And the newest data from the CDC supports that, saying the vaccine is safe for pregnant people, but only 31% are fully vaccinated. So here's what the recent data shows. As of September 27th, the CDC has reported 125,000 cases of COVID in pregnant people. More than 22,000 were hospitalized and 161 died, with 22 of those in August, which is the highest month in the whole pandemic. And it's not just affecting the patient, but also the baby.
The infection can cause preterm labor and then delivery. Sometimes the decision is made to deliver the baby early so that they can optimize the care for the mother.
Dr. Indy Lane with Community Health Network says it can also lead to tough decisions for families.
And when you're making the decision between a woman and her baby, it is heart-wrenching.
Doctors are pleading that people talk to their physicians if they have questions or concerns, saying it's best not to wait.
I have no agenda other than making sure that moms and their babies are safe.
Okay, so that's a little of what we're going to have for you tonight at 11. We're also going to be talking to an expectant mother to get her perspective on all of this. And there are a lot of mothers out there who are hesitant, not only because they're concerned about their baby, right, but also because they've seen these online claims about the vaccine perhaps causing infertility. So our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel from our Verify team is going to explain why that is not true. So a lot to digest, a lot to get through coming up tonight at 11 o'clock for our big story. Right now, though, I want to bring in Angela back to talk about the weather. Before we do that, though, I want to say hello to some of you. Joyce, good evening to Joyce from Versailles. Kim Adams says she made it on time tonight. Apparently, Kim's late joining us sometimes.
We never take attendance.
No, we don't.
At the very beginning. So
we do not. No.
We will mark you here.
Join us anytime. And Teresa says hi, Angela and Dustin. And then also, this is interesting, Fulton Mraz says, what is your favorite memory? What are your favorite memories for the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom at Disney World? Because Disney World is celebrating its 50th birthday, the big 50. So what's yours?
I love this. I have several. Riding Space Mountain for the first time.
Okay, yeah.
I remember being really scared. I have a younger sister who was always a little more brave than myself, and she was all for it the first time, and I remember being really scared because it's dark. It is a dark ride. I loved It's a Small World.
Of course.
And
you got to do It's a Small World.
And then I remember when Epcot opened. My parents, for some reason, we must have picked outfits out, my sister and myself, and we're not twins, but we dressed alike for some reason when we went to Epcot for the first time. So those are my top three.
Okay, so I too love Epcot. I liked Epcot as I got older.
Yeah.
I really love Epcot because I get to eat my way around the world.
Food and Wine Festival in the fall.
Yes, the best. My earliest and favorite memory of Disney World is when I was in 2nd grade. It was the first time we'd ever been, and it was the Swiss Family Robinson tree. It wasn't even a ride, but I just remember having watched Swiss Family Robinson, the movie, as a kid, as a little kid, and then getting to go through this replica tree. I thought it was the real thing, you know. And then about 25 years later, I went back with my wife and my daughter. It wasn't nearly as exciting as it was when I was in 1st grade.
No, it's, you know, it tends to get, you get older. Oh, and
those are my 2.
Fun fact, I should probably add a 4th.
Okay.
And don't tell Mark that this was 4. That's where we honeymooned.
Oh. Oh, there's that.
Roscoe laughing. That should have been 1st. Mark, sorry.
Yes, okay.
20-some years ago. Oops.
Oops. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the weather this weekend. As I mentioned, Purdue homecoming on Saturday. We got Friday night football, and it has been pleasant. I keep waiting for fall to arrive, cooler temperatures, but these warmer temperatures are just sticking around.
They are sticking around. We're going to get another day close to 80. Had a few clouds. I don't know if you noticed that this afternoon and early this evening. These were high-level cirrus clouds, and sometimes this time of year we can get what are called sundogs.
Sundogs. Okay, we've heard this before. Yeah.
Sometimes we get them in the wintertime too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep, and it all happens when the sun hits these cirrus clouds that are full of ice crystals at the right angle. And if you look closely on the left part of your screen, you can see it. It's kind of that rainbow appearance.
Yep.
So what's happening is the sun, we get that refraction with the ice crystals. And again, at a certain sun angle, and there were a couple shared on social media this evening, and I just happened to look out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, wait a minute, I see one on Kokomo, on our Kokomo camera. So yeah, that was kind of cool this afternoon and early this evening. The clouds ahead of a weather system that's been bringing some rain out to our west. None of that is forecast to get here, so go ahead and make some Friday outdoor plans. Like the last few days, we're going to be close to 80, start the day 55 to 60, a lunchtime temperature of 72, 80, and then Dustin, you mentioned Operation Football. Oh boy, go cheer on your favorite school tomorrow evening. Just sit outside in the stands. Mid-70s, mid-upper 70s to start for the beginning of the games, and then by the 4th quarter, I still think we're going to be easy 65 to 70. So perfect.
That is comfortable.
Football weather. And if you want some fall weather, I do have some of that toward the end of the 7th day.
Oh, good. That's great. Okay. Because I know, so I usually work a much different shift. I'm usually on mornings. So I know Jalea and Julia, they want it hot year round. I mean, the hotter the better. Chuck, on the other hand, and Carlos are more like, you know, give me fall, give me the cooler temperatures. Where are you?
I like the change of seasons. I do like it when it's summer and we can spend lots of time outside and the sun doesn't go down till after 9 o'clock. But then I am ready for, and it might be a girl thing, I'm ready for a change of clothing. You know, I like the sweaters and the jeans. I'm ready to put shorts.
Ready to change it up.
Yes, ready to change it up.
Yeah.
And I got asked a question. I was with the, did a Zoom with the broadcasting, meteorology broadcasting group class at Ball State today with a doctor and his students that actually did the chase that I interviewed last summer.
Oh yeah,
they were on a chase, you know, trip.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the questions was, "What's your favorite kind of weather to forecast?" And I said, "Snow." And I thought to myself, "Is that really what I think?" But it is, because I really like the challenge of getting a snowfall forecast correct.
Oh man, that's tricky
and
too.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. But I'm not a severe weather fan.
Yeah.
And so talking to a bunch of students that love to chase tornadoes, I kind of felt like, sorry,
Wah, wah.
I don't like severe weather. So
No,
I think that's
it.
why I got the question. Well, if you don't like severe weather, what kind of
What
weather do you like?
Exactly, winter. You know, I'm with you, not really so much for the change of clothes and wardrobe, but just because I get tired of the season. And that's one of the reasons I love living in Indiana, is because it seems like just when I'm sick of the cold temperatures, it's spring.
Right.
I guess I never really get tired of spring or fall. It's really just the summer and the winter. Yeah.
Well, and I think if I had it my way, we would have snow from mid-December through the end of February, and then no more.
Yes.
I do not like March and April snow.
I know. Yep. And it seems like maybe it's just me. It seems like it gets later and later. I mean,
it does feel that way.
You know, we don't get anything. I'd love a white Christmas, as would we all, but it seems like lately, the last couple of years,
white
it's hit or
Easters.
miss. Yeah, exactly. No kidding. All right, so we're going to let you in on something tonight. I'm gonna talk about the best thing we've seen all day, which don't tell Scott when he comes back, but we typically wait and put this on at 11, okay? So this is special just for you guys tonight. We're going to go ahead and show this because it really is so cool. It involves Spider-Man visiting some kids at a children's hospital in Lexington, Kentucky. Among them is a little guy from Indianapolis who's been making a lot of trips down there, and he and his family needed a smile, and they got it. Check it out.
He drew attention and cell phone cameras along South Limestone. But most importantly, Spider-Man captured the eyes and smiles of children inside Shriners Hospital. One of those kids is 3-year-old Arlo.
Climb on up.
He and his mom make the trip from Indianapolis to Shriners in Lexington often.
We can't make a visit without coming to the playground. Woo! So we started coming here around 4 months to kind of build a game plan for him, and his surgery was right at 9 months old.
Surgery to amputate the bottom half of his left leg. Arlo was born without a bone in his leg.
It was a lot, and I just really wanted to focus on being a mom and not let this upcoming surgery kind of take over his early childhood.
And it hasn't. Granted, he faces challenges, but he's keeping up.
I made it.
He walked at 12 months old, 3 months after his surgery and getting the prosthetic, walked within 2 weeks. He'll start preschool next year. He's on target and keeping up with the kids. He's in gymnastics and karate.
The road trips for doctor's visits at Shriners are many.
He gets a leg built. That actually requires we come back every week for 5 or 6 weeks at a time. We drive 4 hours from Indianapolis. He's 3. He's tired. We're stopping every, 30 minutes for a potty break.
So something like what happened here today.
Well, I guess they ordered a superhero today, so I had to show up.
Means a lot.
And to be here today and hear that Spider-Man's coming makes it so much better.
And even tough superheroes, seeing the faces of kids, have their soft side.
Oh, it makes your heart swell up. It's outstanding.
It takes courage hanging on the side of this building, and even more on the inside.
Isn't that great?
It's great.
See?
And that's just what they need. They need a little distraction and something to make them smile, and it's awesome.
Yep. And so many of you actually, volunteer your time. I know at Riley Children's Hospital, so many efforts underway to make those kids smile.
Yeah.
And it's so great to see.
It is great.
Yep.
Lots of comments on the weather and the seasons.
Yes, I was just looking at those.
Snow is a 4-letter word, and I'm guessing it's not a good 4-letter word from Tanya, and I think it was Melanie that also commented on that.
And then let's see, some of you asking about the potential government shutdown. Not going to happen. Both chambers, the House and the Senate, agreed today, and President Biden signed it earlier this evening. So we have avoided a government shutdown for now. But the conversation continues because this is not a long-term solution. They've got to come up with something by the end of, actually the middle of December, I believe. So we're going to have more on that coming up at 11 o'clock as well.
Great.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching tonight. Great to be with you, and hope to see you at 11 o'clock over on 13.